morning, everyone. So, I have been working really hard on trying to find something that I wanted to play with Horus, and I've tried lots of different variants. I've tried Blue Eyes, I've tried Cash, I've tried Stun, there's all sorts of stuff. But the one that I've had the most fun with is zombies. So it honestly makes sense, right? Like your zombies want to be in the grave. Horus loves to discard cards and get things up that can mill. So this ends up working out really well. I actually ended up going on a 12 game win streak through Diamond all the way up to D1 and or D2 rather, and you probably saw that on the thumbnail. But this deck has tons of gas when it does get going. Sometimes the turn ones can be a little lackluster, but once you get Ballardrock really controlling the field and you move into turn 3 and whatever, these really do work out really well. And a lot of times Zombie World can win you games just on its own. I know it absolutely solos tier limits, but I've got a couple of replays for you this morning, and I don't know if I'm going to do some live gameplay or not. I might. The season did reset, so I'm back down at Plat 5. But let's get into it. All right, first replay. This is at the start of my climb. I was still in Diamond 5 at this point. Going second. We do have the Sark in hand. We got our closest to one card starter, Unizombie. We got Ballardrock in hand. This is going to be a good hand. Our opponent starts with Gold Sark himself. I think he's playing Thunder Dragons. Yeah, he's playing Thundra. So, he's going to banish Dark, get Hawk. He's just going to go straight for Colossus. So, that's fun. He's going to think Colossus solos this deck. Little does he know, I don't care about adding stuff to hand. I care about putting stuff in the grave. So he's going to set up Regain and banish a Bestial for some reason. Oh, that's right. He played Allure. But I happen to top deck Imperm. Figured just insult to injury. Might as well. Let's discard Ballardrock and Imseti. Discard the Mauler and Happy. Let's get both of those on the field. And then normal summon Uni. He wastes his Imperm on Unizombie. So that's fun. So no Zombie World this turn, unless we get lucky off the mills. So we're going to go rank 8 Exceed into Zombie Vampire. Zombie Vampire is such a goat in this deck. It's so good. Discard Imseti. No such luck, but we did get Gozuki, so we still ended up getting Bansheed at the grave, putting Zombie World on the field. He's going to put Banshee back in the deck. Not your smartest move there, guy. But anyways. Rank 7 into Red Eyes Zombie Necro Dragon. Gets absolutely huge with Zombie World on the field. Mauler comes back, getting us a level 8 Synchro. Skeletal Dragon Felgrand. Felgrand is going to targeted banish, and then we're just going to scroll the game. Red Eyes Zombie Necro Dragon. Take him out. On to the next one. Alright. On to the next one. I don't remember what this guy was playing. This is after a couple of wins. I was in Diamond 4. So let's see what the guy... I think this was... yeah, Sword Sold. Memory serves. This guy was not a very good player. But he does open classic Sword Soul combo. I wonder if Sword Soul gets tired of playing the exact same combo for a year and a half. Anyways, Moye into Chi Xiao. Do the thing and chain block. While he's doing his thing. Oh yeah, super heavy samurai stuff as well. That was interesting. Good on him for mixing it up a little bit, but I did have an edge to stop it. Thank goodness. Sorry, it's early on a Sunday morning. My controller disconnected. Alright. Anyways, we got Mazera, we got Imseti, we got King Sark. He's going to hit us with a max C off the rip. Rude. Alright, we got Ash as our Foolish Burial. We were kind of baiting that, so that's fine. That's fine. So we're going to go for Imseti. Going to pitch that in Algol Mazera. Joke's on you, buddy. I've already got King Sark in hand. So we're just gonna plop down King Sark. And Unizombie is going to attempt to mill, and then Jisao is going to say no. So that, I mean, that's fine. I'll bring back Imseti. And we're just gonna beat some hits. So that was less than ideal, but we did bait out all of his interruptions, and he didn't make Baron de Fleur go back. Yeah, I didn't read Algol Mazera. Mazera is going to come back and then reduce its level to 7. Thanks for that, buddy. I appreciate the material for a level 10 synchro. Alright, we draw Canopic Protective Return. Go ahead and put that down, get Imseti back on the field. We're going to attempt to mill, but joke's on you, buddy. I'm just hoping to bait more interaction thanks to the Veiler. Level 10 synchro! Whew, excuse me. Red Eyes Zombie Dragon Lord. King Sark sends Baron to grave so we don't lose Imseti again. I am going to get Bellardruck in the grave eventually, bud. You can only stop my mills for so long. I flip over Canopic Protector for honestly no effect, because Imseti's the only one that I've got that's already on the field, but if they get rid of it, I can just bring it right back, which is really funny. So he's going to go for Mishuda, try to do the bounce thing. Go for Monk of the Tinny. Mishuda's going to return Zombie Dragon Lord, but we're going to send that to grave, and he says, okay, that's enough. So, woo! On to the next one. Alrighty. On to the next one, the last duel that I do have recorded. We are going second. I don't think we we managed to climb on a 12 win streak while not going first that many times. So let's carry on. Yes, versus Snake Eyes. We do win this one, just to show that it can play into Snake Eyes. A full Snake Eyes board, but we do hit him with the Roach, and it does resolve. So that's fun. So we're just going to let Snake Eyes do their thing. I'm going to speed up their turn because they are just going to full combo. Snake Eyes Rescue Ace. That's right. I forgot about that part. It's versus Rescue Ace, not Snake Eye. But Maxi did kind of win us this game. A little bit. Just a little. Like it's not too bad. There's really just lots of discard fodder for that. So they got their set 4. They got Turbulence. We draw another name for turn. That's awesome. We got 3 Horus names, and we're gonna get the 4th right here. Put our extra Unizombie back in the deck. Start sending stuff for free. This is great. I'm gonna send another Horus name. Thank goodness we run 3 Imsetis because we pulled all of our other names. So now we have literally every Horus name in the grave. So, rank 8 Exceed into Hope Harbinger. Let's go Unizombie. Target Airlifter, we're going to hit him with another Maxi. Maxi is absolutely putting in work this game. That's okay though. We're going to pitch Banshee, and we're going to turn everybody into zombies. Zombie machines. Interesting. Okay, so they're going to hit us with Contain. Contain is going to negate our effects and make it so we can't use it for material, so that's fun. Flip our stuff face down. We're still gonna it's still gonna send him to the grave though. Hope Harbinger is going to negate and suck on the rescue. And I can't attack with Unizombie, so here we are. going to do his thing with Original Sinful, but we're going to ash that. Say, no thank you, sir. No, no, no. Alright, and he's going to reset stuff and then contain Hope Harbinger, so that's fun. Hydrant putting in work. Airlifter comes out. Add a rescue a spell. He's going to grab the field spell. This was really just so it stops bothering me. It's not a misplay because I knew I was negated. And he's going to shuffle some stuff back and draw a card. That's really Runic Fountain at home, huh? Link Karibo. Rescuer's Preventer is going to banish the Hydra. So they're gonna go Link climbing. Super fun SP Little Knight. Go for the banish, I think. Memory serves. Yeah, he's going for the banish. Gonna banish our King Sark. It's unfortunate. That's okay. Dimtef is gonna draw us 3 since our King Sark left the field. Turbulence comes back. Turbulence is gonna set 4, which is heckin' terrible, honestly. That's actually, I not only set 3 because I think the other one's underneath my Hope Harbinger. That was a stupid move on his part. He's gonna give me back my Hope Harbinger with all of my effects. I think he forgot it was negated, but now I have that back, so appreciate that. And then we're gonna hit him with Super Poly right off the rip. So ditch Mazera, and then because everything is zombies, I'm gonna make Drago Nether Soul Dragon. And we're going to do the thing, but he's going to imperm us. So I guess maybe that wasn't such a misplay, because now we can't change targets to attack him because we don't have materials. He's gonna keep playing on my turn. Unizombie is going to target itself, and we're going to go for Emergency. Getting one of their rescuers' names on the field. Unizombie's just going to finally get Ballardrock to the grave. And go for Contain on Gozuki. I don't know why they didn't use that on Unizombie. Oh, because they needed a rescuer's name, right. We're just going to beat Dynax. Ready for game. Booyah. On to the next one. Alright, now on to the deck list. So, we are running flat 40 in the main deck. As this is a mill deck, you want to run as close to the minimum as possible. That way you stand the best chance of getting things you want in the grave. So, first things first, hand trap package. 2 Maxi, because I only run 2 of them. 2 Ash Blossom. Where are you? Super Poly. 2 Called By, no cross out, and an Imperm. So, honestly, pretty huge engine, but it's what it is. What it is. So Super Poly targets running Mud Dragon, and the best Super Poly target in a Zombie World deck is Dragon Nether Soul. You can grab any 2 zombies to make a dragon for some. I hate that this isn't a zombie. I'm sure there's a lore reason, but whatever. Anyways, on to the main deck. Glow Up Bloom, level 1 tuner. If it's sent to the graveyard, but you can banish it, and then you add a level 5 or higher zombie to your hand, or a Zombie World's on the field, you can special summon it instead. But it does lock you into zombies, not just from the extra deck, completely. So be careful. In fact, if it gets milled and you don't have Zombie World on the field, don't activate it. It's better off as a dead card than you locking yourself out and then not being able to summon your Horus monsters at all. Alright, Plague Spreader. Old card, great card. If it's in the graveyard, place it. You can place a card from your hand on top of the deck and special summon it, but banish it. Perfect mill target. It's really, really good. Mad Mauler, the other Plague Spreader zombie. If it's in the graveyard, target level 6 or higher monster you control, reduce it by 2, and special summon it. But while it's on the field, you're locked into zombies, which isn't terrible. That's because once it leaves as synchro material, usually, there you go. You can also make Vampire Sucker with it. But anyways, the Mad Mauler, the Unizombie. He's our best normal summon. Has 2 effects, both of them very similar. One, discard from the hand and increase its level, and the other is discard a card from the deck and increase its level by 1. But it does make sure that only zombies can attack for the rest of the turn. Normally not a big deal. Mezuki, not once per turn, banish this card, special summon a zombie from the grave. Great when Zombie World's on the field. And like I said, not once per turn, pretty great. Shiranui Solitaire, effectively a 4th copy of Unizombie. If I played Shiranui, that second half would be important, but we don't. So you can also summon Glow Up Bloom with it if you wanted to. That seems silly. I think, Unizombie is one of the only ones you can do with it. So, anyways, Gozuki, a secondary normal summon. You can mill one zombie from the deck to the grave. But if it's sent to the graveyard, you can banish a zombie monster from your hand, except this one, and then summon a zombie monster from your hand. So, if your Balladrock is stuck in your hand for some reason or another, you can send this thing to the grave, and then banish any other zombie and get Balladrock onto the field, which is great. So, Necroworld Banshee is extra copies of Zombie World, effectively. You want to get her on the field or in the grave so she can banish herself as a quick effect to activate Zombie World directly from the deck. Destrudo, free level 7 synchro. Pay half your life points. Target something level 6 or lower, and it becomes the opposite of that to get you to level 7, which is great. Doom King Balladrock, our boss monster. If there's any card in the field spell zone, so it works with both of our field spells, you can special summon it in defense position. However, its second effect only works when zombie monsters activate their effects. You can do one of 2 things. You can either negate that effect or banish a monster from the field or graveyard. Non-target banish is amazing removal. Elgo Mazera, one of the best protection effects that I've ever seen. If it would be destroyed by battle, or any zombie would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you banish a card from your hand or graveyard. And then when it is banished, you could special summon it and reduce its level by 1 if you want to, which is great. And the level mod doesn't always come in handy, but I have seen it. I think I did it in one of my replays where I mixed it with Unizombie and I made Zombie Dragon Lord. And once he's back in the grave, it could do it again. Like, you can only do it once per turn, but it's set up to go again, and it will just keep bouncing back and forth. And I love Mazera. Not many zombie players run it, and I don't know why. If you know, let me know down in the comments. Running 3 copies of Msetti. Free special summon if you control King Sark. You can pitch itself and one other card from your hand to grab King Sark and draw a card. And then if another card leaves the field, you can send a card on the field to the grave. Blessing of Horus. I'm not going to try and say the Egyptian name there. Once again, it's free special summon off King Sark. It gains 1,200 attack and defense for every Horus monster you control, and if a card leaves the field, you can draw cards equal to the number of different monsters in your main monster zone. So it can draw up to 5, which is amazing. Happy. So free summon, and you can target 2 that are banished or in the grave, add both to your hand or shuffle both into the deck. And this works for either graveyard or either banished zone. So it's a shuffler. It's pretty great. And then protection of Horus. So it once again free special. This one's got kind of the worst effect, honestly. If a card leaves the field, you can activate this effect. This turn, your opponent monsters cannot target Horus monsters for attacks, and your opponent cannot target monsters on the field card effects. So it's good for helping you get through a turn, I guess. Foolish Burial, because it's a zombie deck. Send a monster from your deck to graveyard. Pretty great. Zombie World. All monsters on the field and in the graveyards become zombies. Neither player can contribute some monsters except zombies. So, like I said, this card solos tier limits because they need aquas. So, yeah. Walls of the Imperial Tomb. Extra copies of King Sark. And it can help unbrick hands because sometimes you draw multiples of cards you don't need, and it allows you to place one of those cards back on the bottom of the deck in exchange for a Horus monster. And then we don't play Black Flame Deity, so that part's irrelevant. So, King Sark. I do have 3 copies. I only play 2 in this deck, just because I could play 1 and 3 with that. I don't know. I like the ability to unbrick the hands. But, anyways, Horus monsters you control can't be destroyed by card effects that do not target them, which is a really funny effect that opponents never read. You can send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard and send a Horus monster from your deck to the grave. You can use that up to 4 times a turn, so you can get literally all of your names in the grave. And then at the start of the damage step, if your Horus monster battles an opponent's monster, you can send it to the grave. And then Canova Protector. Once again, a card you don't see running a lot outside of pure Horus. Once per chain, when your opponent activates a card or effect, you can special summon a Horus monster from your hand or grave, but you can't summon more than 1 copy of each name. If it's sent from the field, hand or field to the grave, you can set it, but banish it when it leaves the field. It's a continuous trap. So, anyways, on to the extra deck. Everybody knows what Mud Dragon is. There is text on this card. It makes it so you can't target with card effects, and can change its attribute. Drago Neko, Nether Soul Dragon. Monsters can't be destroyed by battle with this card, but it can do battle damage, so that's cool. And if it battled a monster, you change that monster's attack to 0 forever, and then if that monster's still face up on the field, you special summon effectively a Dark Soul version of that monster, and then you can just slam it into that thing, and it does damage again, which is great. This thing's awesome. Immortal Dragon. Don't make it very much, but it is an extra mill sometimes when you're going hard. You got like Mizuki or Gozuki and like Mad Mauler or the Plague Spreader on the field. You can go into Immortal and do some level modulating and milling. And then if your zombie monster is destroyed by battle, you can special summon it from the grave, which is great. Red Eyes Zombie Necro Dragon. It gets absolutely massive when Zombie World's on the field because it takes into account both graveyards and on the field. And when another zombie monster is destroyed by battle, you can special summon a zombie monster from either graveyard. So you can swing over their best card because you're usually going to be bigger than them, send it to the graveyard, and then steal it, bring it back, you then attack them with their own card for game. It's really funny. I love the Red Eyes cards. They're so good. Skeletal Dragon Felgrand. Really, really good level 8 in archetype Synchro. So if it's special summoned, it is a targeted banish from their field or the grave, and if a monster is special summoned from the grave, you can negate its effects until the end of the turn. So really good target for summon off of Zombie Dragon Lord, because then you can send it back to the graveyard for Synchro material and then go over and over again, which is amazing, or as Xyz material. But anyways, Red Eyes Zombie Dragon Lord, secondary boss monster. So it requires a zombie tuner, which isn't a big deal. All of our tuners are zombies. And then during your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can target a zombie monster in the grave and special summon it. And if this card's in the grave, you can banish any zombie monster you control and special summon it. So it's hard to get rid of unless you banish this card itself. I do play the Numeron Dragon Lugion combo. So if I haven't made Hope Harbinger yet, and it's turn 2 and beyond, and I want to get the game over quick, play Numeron Dragon, boost this thing up to 9 or 17,000 attack, depending on how many Horus names I have in the grave, and just absolutely wreck face with it, one-shot them. If they left anything in attack position, it's game over. Coach King Giant Trainer. It is effectively draw 3, burn for up to 2400, but you can't conduct your battle phase. It's really only good for turn 1. Hope Harbinger. It is a once per turn spell negate, and instead of that spell going to the grave, it attaches it to material, and you can detach the material to change attacks to this card and perform damage calc, which is pretty great. Galaxy has Photon Lord. It is a once per turn monster negate, and because we don't play Galaxy cards, the other text on it is irrelevant. Draglubion. You take 2 dragon number monsters, special summon 1, and attach the other to it. So you got 2 other dragon number monsters. We got number 38 and number 100. And so we'll either summon number 38 and attach Numeron to it, or we will summon Numeron and attach number 38 to it. And then so Numeron will then boost by the ranks on the field. So it'll always become at least 9,000 attack. And if I manage to make either Photon Lord or Zombie Vampire along with it, it'll go to 17, which is amazing. So Zombie Vampire, honestly one of the best starters in the deck. 2 level 8s. If you manage to steal something from your opponent, you can treat it as a level 8 to Z summon this thing. It's not really a big deal. We have tons of level 8s in this deck. Neither player can target this card with the effects of special summon monsters except for those special summoned from the graveyard. So that's one reason why Felgrand is so dang good, is if you bring it back from the grave with Red Eyes Zombie Dragon Lord, you can banish Zombie Vampire with it before it pops its little effects. It's a fun little interaction that not a lot of people are prepared for. But its main effect that we use it for is you can detach a material, and both players mill 4, and you can special summon one of those milled monsters. Can backfire, especially playing Tearlaments. But a lot of times if you steal their Tearlaments monster, they don't get to pop off. So, anyways, Vampire Sucker. Didn't make this in any other replays. I do make it sometimes, and I did make it a lot on my climb. It requires 2 zombie monsters, and if you attribute a monster for a tribute summon, you can tribute zombie monsters your opponent controls. So it turns all of your level, turns your Ballardrock and your Mazera into Kaijus, which is pretty neat. If you happen to draw them and they aren't already in the grave. But the main thing we use it for is if a zombie monster is special summoned to the grave, draw a card. IP Mask. Everybody knows what IP Mask is. Quick click summon on the opponent's turn makes the target indestructible by battle. Or card effects, rather. SP Little Knight. Didn't make this thing in any of the things, but it is a good alternative option for when you need it. It's a good toolbox card. If it's special summon using anything from the extra deck, which is very likely to happen, can targeted banish, but you can't attack directly that turn. And then when your opponent activates anything, you can banish one of your cards and one of theirs, or 2 of yours to dodge. It's a super good card. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the deck profile, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Please leave a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and have a good day. Thanks.